in macroeconomics. Okay. Direct taxes. Suddenly, there's one more, aside from personal income. What's the other one? Corporate tax. Yes, very good. Corporate tax. Personal income tax and corporate tax. Anyone know Singapore's corporate tax rate? 17%. Yes, we are at 17%. Okay, it's a tax on firms. Okay, so what is the impact? You see, DDSS every day, day in, day out, we look at demand and supply diagrams, right? Market failure, we look at cost and benefit diagrams. Firms, we look at cost and revenue diagrams. Macro lab, what diagram do we look at? ADS. So we need to know how these things affect AD and AS. Personal income tax affects C, hence AD. What's the keyword? Key term. Whenever you want to talk about a change in C, you have to say when personal income tax changes, there's a change in before that, one step before that. So after your drink, you have to throw it away. You have to.
Yes.
Okay, so quite close. Actually, my example is terrible. I'm thinking of disposable income. Okay, so it affects your disposable income, hence consumption. Okay, you follow? Then corporate tax. What does it affect? Post-tax profits. Very good. These are once again keywords that we should be very familiar with, right? So there's a change in C. Is it just a change in AD? No, it's a change in productive capacity as well. C doesn't affect AS, but I affects both. You follow? Okay, very good. So macroecons, we see direct taxes. Do we see indirect taxes? In macroecons, would it ever ask, oh, what's the impact of a tax on cigarettes on AD and AS? Do you think they'll ask you? No lah, because macro is economy-wide. Cigarettes is just one market. But is there any tax that affects the whole economy? GST. Actually, there's one more. We are all made of a certain element, carbon tax. Carbon tax. Okay. Which does it affect, AD or AS? I know nowadays some of you don't talk about SRAS. So can I just say it affects AS in terms of up or downward? This is productive capacity. Are we okay? So you have indirect taxes as well. So this gives you a view of taxes in the entire syllabus, minus international econs. Corporate tax, very interesting. Do you realize corporate tax only emerges in macroecons? It doesn't appear at all in microecons. Why is this the case? You see, in microecons, this, all these relate to a change in COP. What is COP? Cost of production. But corporate tax, corporate tax does not affect COP. Okay. In fact, I can say this is also a change in COP. Corporate tax does not affect cost of production. It's a percentage of your profits. Now, who is not sure why corporate tax do not affect cost of production? Now is the chance to clarify. Yes, Khalid.
If corporate tax is lower,
yes,
does that mean concept more profits, more resources for R&D to reduce marginal costs?
It is a possible extension of the first point. It is possible. But usually when we look at the direct implications of a change in corporate tax, right, it's a change in I, right? And usually when we talk about investments, we think of it as firms investing in capital. Yeah, so technology could be one. Because I saw a student's script, and a student was talking about firms investing in skills. That one is called Skills Future. These are run by government. Okay. But in this case, okay, let's see the comments on Zoom. Oh yeah. So one of you say I've been writing a rise in corporate tax causes cost of production to rise. You've been writing this forever. Okay, now forever stops here. No more. Don't do that. Okay, why? This is very important. Corporate tax does not affect cost of production. Two reasons. Number one, if you have normal or if you are not profitable, if the firm is not profitable, what this sounds so strange. If are not profitable, if not profitable, you pay zero taxes. It's a percentage, 17% of your profits. If you have normal profits, subnormal profits, 0% of that is zero. You don't get money if you make a loss. Okay? So cost of production never works like this, Wages, utilities, raw materials. You make a loss, you still have to pay them, correct? Yes, but
Why don't producers do this?
producers are very good. Second reason. Corporate tax is paid 1 year after. So if I run a company in 2025, about this time, the tax authorities will send me a statement telling me to work out the profits for last year and to let them know. So I finished my operations for last year already. All the cost of production has already been added in to give me the profit number. Then 17% is charged based on that. So you cannot add this to your cost of production for last year. You can't add it to the cost of production for this year as well because the corporate tax you pay is based on last year's earnings. To the extent this year you stop working, you still have to pay. But cost of production is something that is tied to your production this year, whether it's fixed or variable. Okay, so corporate tax, because of these two things, does not ever affect your COP. And the implications are wide-ranging. Corporate tax will never shift your AS up or down. Corporate tax will never shift your supply curve, your MPC curve, your NC, and your AC curves in microecons. Is this okay? Make sense? So I'm glad we talked about this. I'm going to give this a color of its own because it's important. Does not. Okay? Questions? This one must clarify,
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Why
Mm.
you saw the profits? Yeah.
Say that again.
Why if you got profit
What if you got profits?
and then you spend all the
Oh, you got profit. Very simple English. What if you earn profits? Okay. If you have profits, then you're saying you what? You
gamble
you gamble it away, so you cannot pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you cannot pay taxes, actually in Singapore, right? Taxes you pay by gyro, monthly basis. Okay. So let's say my tax is about, let's say I have 50,000, right? I pay by gyro about 4,000 plus every month. Okay. And if you cannot pay, you can try to work out a settlement with them. And if really you are willfully not paying, go to jail, imprisonment. Yes, in Singapore, one can be charged in court. Okay, then imprisonment. Wow, very strict one. Okay, tax matters are life and taxes, death and taxes. These two things cannot avoid. Okay, so for tax issues, people have gone to court. Yeah, serious. Okay, so must pay lah. Okay, by right, you make profits. You're supposed to know that this tax is gonna come next year. Okay, but some people try to be funny. Do you know Singapore's income tax is a progressive one?